really it's specifically just flatbed. It's kind of the niche within the trucking industry. You know, the box trucks, the guys that are we call them vans. Most people call them box trucks. You know, that market got really, really heavily saturated the past few years because it was really easy to do business. You know, anybody could go and buy a truck and trailer and have a CDL and run and make money. But that industry is kind of the consumer goods affects it a lot. So when consumer spending goes down a little bit, it impacts it pretty severely. And so we've seen that just on the spot market. You know, their rates have taken a pretty big dive and consistently run, you know, 50 to 70 cents a mile below flatbed. So you probably next ask, well, why didn't everybody just go get in flatbed? Well, some people do, but for the most part, it's really hard to break into flatbed for a couple of reasons. Insurance companies won't let you insure guys for the most part that don't have at least a year experience. And still, even if you're able to go and get into flatbed, you have to have enough trucks to go and acquire some of the bigger customers, make a name for yourself, earn some business with this direct shippers, because you still can't just play the spot market day in and day out. So that kind of puts us in a segment of what is a pretty broad industry in general that we feel that's got a pretty good moat around it. But then, you know, we kind of take it a little bit deeper in that. We do some oversized stuff as well that's kind of specialized. It allows us to get into customers a little bit more easily, especially if they have oversized freight, because not everyone does that. Some of the biggest flatbed carriers in the country, you know, will do a little bit of minimal oversized freight, but try to stay away from it, you know, because they just, you know, they'd rather go out and play the numbers game. It's all about, you know, how many trucks are running that day versus the quality of how much, you know, revenue they get on the truck. And that's our goal, right? The most amount of revenue and the less amount of miles in a week, and then getting the drivers home every weekend, because the retention side of this industry has become a really, really big piece of it. Without the driver, you know, none of this matters. So being able to have good routes to get them home is a big deal.